What's going down? Basement Bands Channel Thor's Thoughts is the show back live. Thank you, TCP. It has been a minute. Sorry, I was having issues. I was having issues. So, like usual, I said this also going to start at 9. It is 9:11 if you're keeping track. But either way, I'm here. I'm surrounded by Batman figures. TCP, what's going on, man? So like I said, there's gonna be surprises. There's gonna be lots of Batman figures reviewed. There's gonna be a giveaway. The Joker, the Sonar Joker. I'd announced this a while back. We're giving this thing away. Let's go. Between the Batmobile Batman and the 6-pack Batman, I'm giving this away. But while we give people time to get in the stream, and for the algorithm to let people know I was here. So, and TCP, thank you for waiting and being patient. I wish I had some music to play me in while people are like some waiting music. I need some like waiting lo-fi. If you know any lo-fi music people who are looking to unload some waiting room music, I'm your guy. So I got Catman here. Let's get things sliding with opening Catman first. While we wait, and then I'll get into the main events here. The double main event. We got the Batman 6-pack, the Ultimate Movie 6-pack, and the Batmobile Batman 1989 Gold Label 2-pack. These things are, I mean, I would say both of these are like dreams of mine. Like essentially dream figures. I was born in 1981. So in 1989, when this movie hit, I was 8 years old. I mean, prime superhero, like love, right? So, and we got a Batmobile already, but it's not what this one is. And we got a Batman 1989 too, but it's not what this one is. And it's the Flash variant, which has the weird rounded ears. When we get into this, he doesn't, which is nice. And then this movie 6-pack is just, this is kind of I think this is one of those once in a lifetime sets, you know, where you get, now there can definitely be the argument made it's not every live action Batman ever because it's missing Adam West, right? Outside of that, boom. And there's a couple maybe other minor issues. If you saw my unboxing of this thing, you'll kind of know where I stand with it. But Catman, Gold Label, exclusive to the McFarlane Toy Store. It's a Villain United. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about this Catman. I remember the cat. Was it Catman in Justice League Unlimited? Oh no, his name's Wildcat, I think. Who's in like the Fight Club, the Underground Fight Club? Maybe it is Wildcat, not Catman. I know it's cat related. It's cat adjacent. But I don't know if it's full on. I honestly, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've watched Justice League Unlimited. So, but this Catman, it's really dope. I think they're doing a regular version. This version comes with, where's the other? Oh, we're missing. Oh, there it is. Bam. 2 knives, which one of mine fell out. You get these big like Bowie knives. I know you can't pick it up from here, but they're pretty decent. They're pretty decent size. And you get 2 of them, and then you get 2 pairs of hands, which is dope. You get a pair of hands to hold said knives, which you need. And then you get a pair of fists, essentially. You get the hands that come on him. Oh, which are fists with these like giant claws, essentially giant cat claws, like metal cat claws. This is, like I said, Villains United. I don't know much about this storyline. I've never read Villains United, so I'm not going to pretend like I know who Catman is. I guess the card will tell us. I do like how it's kind of orange. It's more orange than it is brown, I would say, for me. I thought it was going to be more brown when I saw it, I thought it was going to be more brown when I saw it in the pictures. And when I got it, it's a little bit more orange than it is. But the belt is dope. It's got actual holders for the knives in the back, which that's a really nice touch. I ain't gonna lie. That might be one of the nicer touches to this figure, is that it's got knife holders in his back. Now I don't know if they're gonna warp. Looks like if you put the knives in there, maybe potentially warp some. No, they sit in there pretty decent. Like that cloth cape. Now the cloth cape is great. It's big. It's gorgeous. It's cloth. So, I mean, there is something about the way they can make the rubber capes look, and the texture, like the texturing they can give them, and just the shaping that they can give them is, I think, a little bit better than the cloth capes. But I'm never going to complain about cloth capes versus rubber capes. This is a dope figure. I don't know if he's a must-have. I don't know much about this Catman. I got to get into it. Let's get into this card here so I can figure out who this guy is. Yeah, cloth capes are the way to go, man. And that's one of the things about this 6-pack that's a huge selling point for me, was every single figure was cloth cape. All 6 of them, all 6 Batman are cloth cape Batman, which is awesome. Especially because we've gotten most of these guys without cloth capes. So now you have like Battinson, even though mine's a double cowl, like my original one, I now have a cloth cape version. Batman, Dark Knight trilogy, Batman, Justice League Batman, which I've actually never taken out. I have a Justice League Batman, but the whole Justice League set I have in a box, or in box already. I know I'm not a big in-box collector, but both the 6-pack and the Batmobile in route. There you go. There you go. They're so good. They are so good. I'm not gonna lie. These are, for most collectors, I'd say must-haves. For a certain set of collectors, it's an absolute, like, not must. It's a have to have. Like, you have to get it. And there's some people who, I guess it's not their cup of tea. Oh, pre-order Supergirl. Yeah. The Supergirl from Target went up for pre-order today. Then so did the Wonder Woman with the last piece of Cyborg. So here he is right here. Booyah! We're finally going to get to finish off Cyborg. Now, I do wish they would have given us a little bit more than just the one head with that Wonder Woman figure. I would have preferred 2 heads. Give me like a full metal head and then the half human, half metal head. Something like that would have been really cool. Even an extra hand, a different hand, change out the blaster, an effect to go with the blaster, like that covered, maybe an effect that went into the blaster even. I just think it needs just something else more to that Cyborg figure. It's a really good Cyborg figure. Don't get me wrong. I love the Cyborg figure, but I'm with you. TCP, I did not order any of either of those figures today, the Supergirl or the Wonder Woman. And I love both of them. And like, you got to support the female figures, but it's Target. And if you've seen the channel, you know how I feel about Target. You know, you can get gold labels in the store, full price for sure, clearance a lot of times. I mean, can't tell you how many Target gold labels I've nailed on clearance. And I can't tell you how many I've bought ahead of time for full price and wish I would have waited for clearance because I saw them literally 70% off down the line. But some figures I just can't take those chances, like Deadman, the first Ocean Master, couple, latest Blue Beetle, for example. That was another one. I was still looking for that Blue Beetle battle mode with the wings. That's hitting clearance right now. I need that. So all right, Villains United, Catman. Sorry, I got a little off track there. Real name Thomas Blake. Morally ambiguous and bored. Thomas Blake worked as a big game hunter. Boo. Tracking big cats and selling them to zoos. Oh, double boo. His cat obsession led him to the Pacific Islands, the home of the cat cult, for whom he stole a sacred cat carving and cloth that covered it. Back in Gotham City, Blake became a costume criminal equipped with feline-themed accessories inspired by Catwoman and Batman, including catarangs and turbocharged cat car. Wow. He eventually led the mercenaries for hire Secret Six, a team of anti-heroes doing as much good as they did evil acts. Interesting. I mean, I can't say that I'm like, yes, I have Catman now. My collection is complete. But I can't say I'm not. I mean, I'm mad at it. I don't know. It's a great addition to the villain show. I'm not gonna lie. He's a solid addition to the villain show. The Reborn Robin. Is that the one where they just redid the paint on the Tim Drake? Is that the Reborn Robin? If so, no, I didn't get that. I'm still looking for that. I want that. I have the red suit variant of that Robin, and I like that. So I just didn't really need. So wait, is he a? I'm unfamiliar then. Is he a Batman Rogues Gallery? Well, I guess if all his stuff was inspired by Batman and Catwoman, he's like a super fan turned evil guy, then I guess he does go on the Rogues Gallery shelf. So there we go, right between here. Deathstroke, you move over, and you can go right in between Scarecrow and Slade Wilson. Bam! Catman. I don't know. All right, so let's get into the main event. So Sonar Joker giveaway coming up next. As soon as I'm done opening this guy, we'll give away Sonar Joker. Must be in the United States, the continental United States. I can't send things overseas or to Canada. Continental United States only. So looks like Catman. Oh yeah, it could be interesting. That could be an interesting Owlman costume for sure. I would like to see, that Owlman was an all right. I got that Owlman from the last year's Target exclusive wave, but that could have been a better figure. And the lack of accessories really hurt it. Like, really hurt that figure. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think the lack of accessories were like, you gotta give him something. And I wanted the James, James Woods when he plays Owlman in that Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's a good Owlman right there. That'd be the Owlman I would love to see come down the pipeline there. Do college, man. Yeah, do that work, TCP. Do that college work, man. Get that degree. Oh, clothing brand. Heck yeah. Actually, speaking of clothing, man, check out the Based on My Banner T-store. T-shirts, hoodies, and stuff like that available now. We got the logo. I'm doing a Thor's Thoughts collection coming. But yeah, dude, got it. Work those avenues, TCP. I've been trying to do more with the toy stuff, but I got 2 kids, full-time job, other hobbies. I coach Little League football or flag football. So I get it, man. It's hard to get down here and like get into the basement and do these. Like the amount of work and time I put into just like coming down here to shoot this, and like it's out of control. Like I got to plan this thing like a month out, because I honestly these were probably going to be a solo videos, but I thought about how much time I have for myself, how much time I have to do single figure videos, and to let it on do a 6-pack and a vehicle and figure where I never even got the first Batmobile done from the Flash thing. I just knew like it wasn't in the cards, right? With all I got going on, it was highly unlikely that these were going to get out. And I really wanted to, put on my reviews and put on my content, surrounding these things. So that's why I was like, the live stream is going to be my easiest avenue to getting these 2 done. And the quickest I get to open them and play with them, to be honest with you, which is really at the end of the day, what I want more than anything. So the Batman and the Batmobile 2-pack. Like I said, I got the first Batman and Batmobile. What? Oh man, it was never released in Canada? Really? So did they release like Power Ring and what's the Superwoman and Ultraman? Did they release the Starro Wave, just not Owlman, or you just didn't get the Starro Wave at all? I'm curious, Ryan. I got to know. So that Starro Wave is fire. I was thinking about that just the other day, especially yesterday when they released the last piece of Cyborg. I was like, okay, so now we've got 3 Target exclusive waves for build a figure year-long waves, right? We got the Batman Beyond wave back in 2021. 2022, we got Starro, the Conqueror, and the Crime Syndicate. And then this year we got Flashpoint with the Build a Cyborg. And like, you'd honestly be like, of those three, you're like, oh man, the Flashpoint probably would be the best. But I don't know if it shakes out that way. We'll get into it. Oh, now I know I already have one of these Batmobiles. All right. And like, I understand that. But this does not make this thing any less cool. I'm going to be honest with you. This thing is just sick. I'm going to have to put them just side by side. Woo! What are those wings? Are those the wings? That was heavy. Now, one thing about part of why I never... Oh my gosh, Batman's just in there. Ah! Oh, that's funny. He's just in there in a bag with his stand. No card, no nothing. It's just, that's why it was so heavy. I was really confused about that. No way. Is that real life? Yeah. There's nothing else in this giant box. It's crazy. So this box, if you saw the unboxing, came in two bigger boxes in a third bigger box. And literally they didn't even put the Batman that goes in there in, like, he's not even in a box. No way. That's crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy to me. This thing had corner protectors on it, and then this Batman's just floating around in there like willy-nilly. It's also weird to me that they just put they put fists on him. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm super pumped to have a pair of fists, but this is the dude with the car. Shouldn't he have car hands to drive la car? Like, but it might be a nitpicky there. Some would say. Others would say, no, I'm not. That's crazy that a figure with a vehicle doesn't come with hands to hold said vehicle. Oh, the cloth cape on this is good. Good, very good. It doesn't bother me that the cowl isn't connected to the neck like it's supposed to be, so he can't turn his head like the original Burton Batman couldn't turn his head. That don't bother me that much. I know the Batman, it's weird that the Batman here. Let me just grab him. It's weird that this Batman, the Flash one, had the right cowl head, or at least looked more like the right one. And then the one that comes with the car, it's probably like the higher end figure, non-dirty boots, actually better boots. He's got even a cover. I expected this to be a much more of a carbon copy of the first Batman, like the Flash movie Batman, but just redone. This is not that. This is a completely different Batman. Like, the cowl is different. The symbol is different. I didn't expect that. I expected them really to reuse a lot of those pieces and just recolorize them or reuse them. But it's weird that they almost, I wouldn't say remolded it, but just used different pieces for this Batman. We missed the entire wave. No way. Oh, the Ultraman Superman 2-pack. Boo. That's one of those you wait for clearance on. At least if you're in the States here. I see those so much. I see so many of those. Owlman from Amazon. 33. That's not bad. That is not bad. God, I remember when he first came out. He was abundantly found up for clearance, at least here in Minnesota. Like, I remember seeing him all over the place. This is a dope Batman. Like, they didn't go overboard with the gold, like the gold tones in the symbol and the belt. It's not yellow, but it ain't gold. It's not like full. It's like a nice, I can't really see it, but it's a nice in between. I like the simplicity of doing live streams, but I don't like not having like close up pictures of the figures and like showing off this stuff as much as, you know, the edited videos. But oh yes, I mean, honestly, what the first one should have been, should you need both of these Batmobiles? No. I mean, I'm going to do a photo shoot of like the differences between the two Batmobiles. the matte coating is the way to go, like the non-shiny coating. I wish they were both matte, and they would have done this one like more of like maybe a metallic, like a matte with a metallic sheen or something like that. You could do that where it's not shiny, like polished, like that one. Oh, here's one of the things. Now on the first Batmobile I had two of the same. I had two left wings. That's part of why I never put that review up, because during the review I remember doing it, and I got kind of not like discouraged, but I wasn't super happy about it. And then they corrected it instantly. Now I'm not gonna lie, they corrected it instantly. McFarlane Toys did an awesome job about making it right, literally instantaneously. As soon as I emailed them, they sent me the stuff. But yeah, I remember when I opened that box of the first one of these, and it had one wrong wing. I was like, oh, shattered inside. This now. The nice thing about when they're going to charge what they're charging for this was $80. And I've seen people reselling them for like 125. Make sure you got they can't have any mistakes with like wrong wings and any of that sort of stuff. You just can't have that this time around with this release. Maybe with that flash release, the wide release, oof, you could have that, but not with this gold label release. You just can't. You can't do it. Oh, like the French would say. Now okay, weird. See that one, you can pull up this one there. You can pull up the hood two ways. Now the canopy opens either top side, like that, or you can just slide it forward. Just be careful. It's really nice. Like the silver instead of the gold on the rims, the higher level of detail, obviously the matte finish. This is the Batmobile if you're going to get two of them, and if you're going to pay over retail for one of these two, this is probably the one to do it, because it is the better of the two Batmobiles. But there's really not going to go wrong with either one if you can get either one. I'm lucky enough I have both in the collection, but wow, Owlman between 80 and 190 in Canada. I'm just messing with it. Canada. I love my Canadian brothers. I pretty much am Canada. It's Minnesota. There is nowhere north but Canada. That's crazy. That is crazy. Owlman. Wow. That is a dope wave. That Starro wave, underrated. All right. So let's go right now. Joker. I have messed that one up more times than I count. Sonar Joker. The Joker Sonar. The Joker Sonar version. No, it is Vision. The Joker Sonar Vision. Nailed it. So this is why I like editing better. I'm giving it away right here. If you want it, and unfortunately, Ryan, you're in Canada, so you're disqualified. TCP, you've been super active this whole time. If you want the Sonar Joker, I know you've been slowing down the toys. If you want to add him to your collection, he's all yours, man. You won. Send me your information. I know you know how to get a hold of me. Message me. I'll ship them out to you. You've been a great, loyal viewer, subscriber. Awesome dude. So I love what you do. I love to see if you do some stuff with this guy. But yeah, if you want him, he's all yours. Send me your info. Thanks for participating. There you go. The Joker Sonar Vision version from the Dark Knight. So sending out to TCP Toys. There you go. He's all yours. Send me your info. So we'll set that off to the side. And now for the main, triple main event. It's the 6-pack, man. It's the 6-pack. This thing is stacked. This guy's in there. I think it might be the same version. And then, like I said before, except for Adam West, all 6 live action Batmans. Let's run through them. We got Michael Keaton. We got George Clooney. Val Kilmer, not in theatrical release order. We got Christian Bale, Pattinson, the Batfleck. all in their glory. Now, one of my minor gripes about this six pack is the Bat Fleck. Really wish we would have gotten Batman versus Superman version instead of the Justice League version. We already have Justice League version. I already have the Flash version. The only version of this figure we don't have is a Batman versus Superman version. I don't. Now would have been the perfect time to do it, because you want to move away from those figures moving forward in the line, right? Especially once the new Superman and Batman stuff coming out, like 2025 and beyond. That's if you really want to. You want to start moving away from the Batfleck and the Henry Cavill figures and stuff like that. So our chances to get that figure in general are running out, and this would have been the perfect opportunity to throw him in there, but overall, I mean, I'm delighted with this. The six Batmans they chose is not, I mean, there's not a bad one in the bunch, but the icing on this bat cake for me, and what took the bat cake was this little extra piece down here. Now, obviously, you get your handy dandy McFarlane standees, you get your cards, but you get one other thing in this pack that is, I think is, I wouldn't say maybe the reason to buy, like it was one of my reasons for purchasing this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, one of the reasons I had to have this pack was for this bat signal. Like, it's I don't know if I'm willing to say to scale, because I think it might be a little light on scale. It might be a little small. I think the bat signal should be much larger than Batman. It's a working bat signal. That's just me being super nitpicky, right? Like, super nitpicky. Oh, they brought something back for this I didn't even think they would bring back. I didn't know I needed it till it came back to me. Foil cards. No way. Let me see. Did I get all the pieces here? All right. Here we got the bat signal. Holy buckets. This is just amazing. All right. Huh. No way. Foil cards. Now, they haven't done foil cards since, it's early, 2 packs. Batman, Joker, wow. Foil cards for every single Batman in the pack. No way. Wow. I don't know. Wow. That to me is super cool. Like, I'm not going to lie. I have a giant stack of cards going. I also have a book with sheets in it to put them all away. One of these days I got to do a 3-year retrospective on this wave. We're coming up on a 4-year retrospective, and just kind of put them all away and reminisce on the many figures that we've reviewed and got over the last 3-4 years with this wave. Holy buckets. Whew. This thing is just incredible. Oh, there's gargoyles on the edge of the bat symbol, or the bat signal, which is a really nice touch. Like I said, if it was just if it was a touch bigger, let's pull that. Oh, does it go on? Oh, see that? Look at that. Amazing. How do the screens go in and out? That's a crucial piece of this puzzle. There are 4 screens for the bat signal, which I think is absolutely incredible. I don't want to mess that up. I'll figure that out later. So you get 4 screens. You get the bat symbol that's in there, which kind of looks like, I think, Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy. And then you get one of the Batman symbols for Batfleck. You get Battinson's bat symbol with the little the lines on it to go over the bat signal here. Wow. Incredible. And then you get the Batman of the 89 symbol that goes with like the Batman Forever Batman, Batman and Robin Batman, and then the 89 Batman. This is nuts. This thing is just, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I want to figure out how to get the screens off here. So I think I don't want to bust it though. Oh no, okay. So it just pops off. Okay. So the cover of the bat signal pops off on the two sides. That's not too bad. And then you can swap out the different screens. So here, let's pop out old oh, there you go. There's the access panel. I said my one screen's a little scuffed up. Which one is that? Like I said, the Dark Knight one. The one that I got on there is a little scuffed up. Is it like awful? No. And they're really easy to pop out of there. Let me replace one here. I'm going to put the Battinson one on real quick. Get that going. Oh, this is a good day. I'm not going to lie. This is a real good day. This, these are two pieces that I've just been like waiting giddy for. Look at that. Look at that. Man, it clicks into place as you turn it. It's a little, I mean, it's all plastic. It could be a little bit heavier, but this on a diorama, if you get a dio and you can work this thing in it somehow, or get like oh no, they just fell right out. You get a dio and then you work that piece in there, like a rooftop dio. Think what I need. I know what I need for Christmas. Rooftop diorama with that bat signal workable into it. Whoa, the Batmobile's taking off on me. Whew. All right, so now these are kind of set up in two at a time. So I think I'm gonna go just grab two and rip. I know these are the two easiest to get out, so we can get these two out first. We got the Batman, the Battinson, and Batman Justice League. So Batfleck and Battinson, two decent Batmans. I mean, not my favorites, not my least favorites. They got, I think it's Battinson's too early to tell. I wasn't a super fan of that movie. I've only seen it once, and I fell asleep, which is not a surprise if you know me. Sleeping through movies is not anything new, but people did like the darker tone and how gritty it was. I remember people saying that a lot. For me, I just hope they have some good villains. Batman's only as good as his villains. I think the best Batman movies have the best villains. Which is why for me, like, you know, The Dark Knight still takes the cake, and Batman, you know, The Dark Knight Rises is still up there. The Batman, the first one, like I'm not one who hates Nicholson's portrayal of the Joker, and like how they did something different with that storyline of making like the Joker responsible for Batman, but then the Batman responsible for making Joker, and like this huge cyclical, you know, thing. You hated the Batman movie. Interesting. I can't say I hated it. I can't really say I watched it all either. So I did say earlier that the first Battinson I got was the dreaded double cowl Battinson from the first wave of from his movie figures, which soured me greatly on him as a Batman. No, I'm kidding. I dig him. It's a good Batman suit. It's slim. It's simple. The shoulder pads don't hinder the mobility of the arms like the Dark Knight one really hampers it. I do like the gauntlet has like the little, the little arrows he shoots and stuff like that. The belt's cool. This is a cool Batman. It's not my favorite Batman. It's not my least favorite Batman. It's cool. I'm definitely curious to see what they do going forward in the line, or not in the line, but in the movies. It's really weird that they're gonna have Batman Brave and the Bold going at the same time that they're gonna have that Batman going. I find that very, very odd. But I mean, I'm not opposed to having multiple bat people or super people or multiple, people running in a universe, as long as it's done right. It really, you can do it anything as long as you do it right and you tell good stories and you have good, good teams and all that sort of stuff. Oh, all right. So I'm trying to do as little damage to this box as possible because this is, like I said in the beginning, these are once in a lifetime, I think, packages for me, and they're great display pieces. Like the Batmobile and the Batman displayed definitely outside the box. This 6-pack could be displayed just how you see me sitting next to it with all the figures in there and the bat signal. No problem. I mean, it looks great as a display piece. Just opened up, sitting on a shelf. I thought about that. I really did. What's crazy is I never took this Batman, the Justice League Batman. I never took this Batman out of the package when I first got him. I got the whole Justice League wave, Red Superman, Wonder Woman 84, the whole Unite the 7, 6. I got that whole thing, right? And I never opened up this Batman, kept him in. Again, he's got the rubber cape in that version, but now with a cloth cape, this is a dope. I want that Batman versus Superman Batman. I do. That, like, really, that beating up criminals in the warehouse, Batman versus Superman, Batman suit. That's the suit I want. But this is a really good second. And still better than the Batman. Ooh, I think you can use this head on the Batman from the Flash movie. So double bonus if you can do that. I'll test it out. I'll test it out, see if it works. Take some pictures. But there was huge confusion from average viewer. Yeah, that's true, Ryan. I mean, the having multiple Batmans, like, my parents will have no idea what the heck's going on. They're in their late 60s, early 70s. They will have no clue why there's two Batmans, which Batman is which, But then my mom will still ask if it's like, is Heath Ledger's Joker showing up and where's Christian Bale? So there's some people say there's no help for him. But that is true. They do paint themselves in a corner like that. It's tough. Like I said, there's definitely a way to do it, but it's probably like that Avengers thing, right? Like, there's 7 million ways this can go wrong, and only one way we all win. And the way that we all win is usually not the way that they decided to go about that. 3 Batmans in, and I gotta say, this is pretty crazy. Batman 89, Battinson, Batfleck. The Justice League version should be Batman versus Superman. I'll stop with that, I promise. 2 down, 4 to go. In the Batman 6-pack, gave away the Joker Sonar Vision version from the Dark Knight. Oh, I nailed it. Look at that time. Mr. TCP Toys, if you're still watching, shout out. Holla at me. You are a winner chicken dinner. Now, I think, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to go with the bottom 2. I'm going to go with the, which one is that? The Bale Batman and Clooney from Batman and Robin. Think about this. We have a George Clooney Batman action figure in 2023. And, like, not as a joke, like a real thing. That to me is nuts. Who's my favorite Batman? Kevin Conroy. That's my Batman. But if we're talking live action movie Batmans, it would have to be Mr. Christian Bale. That would have to be. Although Adam West is no slouch. Like, people sleep on that Batman movie from the 60s. I watched that VHS when I was a kid, no joke, like a million times. Like, I burned that thing out. That fight scene on the submarine at the end, it's upper echelon for superhero fight scenes ever. And I know that's like, you're like, that's a bold statement, though. Are you sure you want to stand on that? And I do. I don't know if I die on that hill, but I would stand on that comment. It's underrated, like as all-time fight scenes go in superhero movies. And for me, for my money, it's it's top 5, top 10 for sure. Top 5 is maybe. We've had so many superhero fight scenes now that are like crazy good that it may have been knocked down, but it's still in the top 10. Still in the top 10. Hold on, let me cut this out here. How about you? What's your favorite either one? Batman in general or movie Batman? Kevin Conroy, like I said, the Batman the animated series, that's really my Batman. The Arkham Batmans, when I was in gaming, like the heaviest was kind of around the Arkham Batman times. Yeah, a lot of good times with Kevin Conroy as my Batman, but mostly that Batman the animated series and those Arkham games are why I'd have to say he's like my definitive, like, they're like, that's my Batman. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I tried to pre-cut as much as I could ahead of time, knowing this was going to get messy if I didn't. And I wish I would have gotten just a little bit more pre-cut and done. But this thing is so worth it, guys. Like, I can't lie. It's so worth it. It's not even worth grading these things because, I mean, obviously they're 10s out of 10s. Like it'd be crazy if I were to give these things any grade but 10s out of 10s because just my affinity for the figures, my affinity for the way the line in general, like, and then that we even got a Batman and Robin figure in 2023 that we actually have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 Michael Keaton Batmans. 4 Michael Keaton Batmans. Yeah. That's nutso. That's nutso. When I started collecting this line, I never thought I'd have 1 Michael Keaton Batman. I wasn't even sure about a Bale Batman, to be honest with you. Like I knew I'd have Pattinson and even Batfleck. But I never for 1 second when I first started collecting, when I bought that first Nightwing figure, I thought, oh yeah, you know what? In 3 years' time, I'll have like 2 Christian Bales and 4 Keatons and a Clooney and multiple Batflecks. Like, no, I didn't think that. I'll be honest with you. I didn't see it coming, like Quicksilver would say. This, dang, I like the Batman from the Build-A-Figure Dark Knight. That Batman's a good Batman. But him with a cloth cape, way better. Way better. It really fixes the shoulder problem. The mobility issue with his hands. His mobility goes way up again. His mobility is a medium high now, whereas before with that molded cape, he had a really low mobility. Like you couldn't move his arms. My Batman, like, yeah, I can swing his arm up like this, so he's pointing up, but I couldn't give him, like, he couldn't do lateral raises. That Batman, Christian Bale Batman, I'm Batman. That Batman's not doing lateral raises with the molded cape, but with a cloth cape, yeah, buddy. And these are chunky cloth capes, and I love that. I swear that they're all the same. It's just the same cloth cape 6 times, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, and it's a classic Batman cut, where it's got like it's a classic Batman cut cape. Now that lends well to, like, you could wrap it around him, you can cut it back and like drape it a little bit, like you can layer it. It lends itself well to a myriad of different poses and things. Now, if there were wires in it, would that make it better? Yes, it would. But does it make it necessary to make this thing a 10 out of 10? No, this thing was a 10 out of 10. I'm going to say regardless, because there are ways it could have been not a 10 out of 10, but it was going to be really hard for this thing not to be a 10 out of 10. Same with the Batmobile Gold Label 2-pack. Super hard for that not to be a 10 out of 10. Just just purely based on its existence for me. And you can say bias, like old man bias. It's probably old man bias. I'll take that. That's fair. That's some fair critiquing. Kevin Kline really is a legend. He was a legend, man. Yeah, his chemistry with Mark Hamill. That's the other thing. Mark Hamill, best Joker. Like people say Heath Ledger, like you argue Heath Ledger all day. For me, it's Mark Hamill, Cesar Romero, and then Heath Ledger, then Jack, and then he'd be my second Joker. Yeah, Keaton. It's hard to beat Keaton, man. I love the Keaton. I was too young to understand why the Keaton Batman isn't that good. And even now being older and understanding why it's not the best, I still don't give a crap. Like, I just don't. It's still awesome. Oh, I bent popping this one out. I bent the card for the Batman and Robin one a little bit. Not a big deal. Like I said, I can still pop all these guys back into their plastic and use this thing as a display piece. No problem. Even after busting them all out. Here you go. I'm talking about George Clooney himself. Batman and Robin's very own bat nipples and all. And he's got bat nipples. As you can see them. They're clearly on there. It's another Batman. This is... Now, I said this is my definitive movie Batman, and he is. And Keaton's obviously a close second. Then it gets so wild cardy because the Val Kilmer one is I really love that movie. The Batman Forever movie with Jim Carrey, it came out at the right time for me. And the frosty glasses. Let's not forget the frosty glasses from McDonald's, everybody. I still have a couple at my parents' house. I should pick them up when I go there next. I do like that every Batman, except for this one. I was going to say every Batman has a pair of fists. They're all fisting it. But no, not Batfleck. Not Batfleck. He has open hands like he's supposed to be driving the Batmobile. Could you say why is there nary a batarang or grapple gun or accessory of any kind in this massive six-pack? That is a fair question and a fair critique, I think, of this six-pack. Especially if you're calling it the ultimate movie six-pack of figures. This Clooney Batman's dope. Say what you want about Clooney as Batman, but this figure it's a good figure. The sculpts on these are not bad at all. They're not the best in the world, but they are far, far, far from like the Batfleck. It is nowhere near what that Flash movie was. I think they say he's the same one for the Dark Knight trilogy, the Pattinson same one, but this Clooney one, I see Clooney in that. I can see Clooney in that mask, which is it's such a nice touch. It could be a little bit more metallic. I don't know if it needs to be as metallic as the Batman Forever one, because that's full on metal suit. But it's the bat nipples. I love that they put the bat nipples in there. That's so good. And I remember I didn't know much about movies when I was younger, not reviewing them, but you understand the nuances of film and all that sort of stuff. But I knew that when I saw Batman and Robin for the first time and they went snap close-up shots on the crotch and the nipples, I knew that was some weird, not cool, but I knew that was weird. I knew I was like, man, this doesn't seem very Batman-y. I don't know if Batman is supposed to have nipples on his suit and close-ups of his crotch. But this is a decent movie. The Arnold Schwarzenegger underrated as Mr. Freeze. Underrated. I mean, it's a meme now, but underrated. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, also underrated. Now, the fact that we are getting a whole nother Batman and Robin wave, a second Batman, which that's a huge question of we need two Clooney Batmans ever. But you get Chris O'Donnell as Robin, which looks really good. That looks really, 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 really good. And then you got the Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy. Oh, and Alicia Silverstone is Batgirl. That's right. And then the Build-A-Figure is flipping Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze. That's some stuff. 2023, and that's a wave coming out this fall. Unreal. Unfreaking real. Like, it's bananas. It's absolutely all right. Last two. Let's finish off this Batman figure review bonanza, and just actually how we started it with a Batman. Well, actually, we started with a Catman, but we're gonna finish with two last Batmans. Come on, come out. I already pulled you out once. Like I said, I had to do some testing with this, like how to get these things out of here ahead of time and do some pre-cutting, so it wasn't all like a complete crap show when I got to doing it any more than it usually is. Yeah, I don't know if I'm all in for the Batman and Rob wave or not. I really, really want all the pieces but a second Clooney Batman. I'm gonna be honest. Clooney Batman's not my he might be my least favorite Batman. I don't need a second Clooney Batman. I really don't. I hated his cameo in The Flash 2. Spoiler alert. I don't think if you haven't seen that by now, you don't plan to. Yeah, I don't know. I think that for me is going to be one of those waves where I don't know if I can pre-order the whole wave as it is, but I might pick up pieces here or there, and then eventually, hopefully, get the pieces that I don't want the most for clearance. That's always my plan. Is just, well, I don't really want it, but I'll wait till I see it on clearance and then let's go. Like that's the whole Cyborg wave, except for Flash. I was totally cool waiting for 70% off. Yeah, the Arnold Freeze. I saw somebody say, and I can't remember where I saw this, that they should do a Freeze in the coat as like a gold figure, like in the robe. Sorry, Freeze in the robes. In his, I don't know. He's in robes at some point in that movie for some reason. Who knows why? But they should do that version as a gold label variant, like they did Bane. And I was like, that I'd be there for. That would be an instant buy for me. I do want the Freeze. I do want Uma Thurman. I do want Chris O'Donnell. I do want Alicia Silverstone. I want all the pieces. I just don't want a second Clooney. So, I mean, excuse me. Yeah, I'll probably end up getting the Batman and Robin wave, but I won't be happy about having two Clooney's. I'm not gonna lie. I can't co-sign that, man. Can't co-sign that. Can't co-sign two Clooney's. But what I can co-sign is this Val frickin' Kilmer. Sheesh, this is on point. Now, the Kilmer and Clooney just reuse the same forearms, it appears. Like forearm gauntlets and fists, which I'm fine with. I'm not even that mad about. I mean, technically, it's supposed to be the same Batman as the Keaton Batman, just down the road, which is why they only had the one screen in the for the bat signal. Is that still on, by the way? Oh, it is still on. Oh, the battery's still just kicking. So this is a sweet. God, this I can't say enough good things about this 6-pack. He is very blue. It is a bluish metallic. I hesitate to say gray, and I will definitely not say black. They should have dyed the cape to match his. This needed a dyed cape. The Kilmer Batman needed a dyed cape. It did. Like, you have to dye the cape to match the suit. It just kind of looks weird because you have this silver blue suit and then a jet black dyed, jet black cape. But I like the Kilmer Batman. I liked Kilmer as Batman. I mean, the Iceman as Batman is always good with me. But he had Clooney, the weird the weird Two-Face from Tommy Lee Jones. Oh man, Jim Carrey's Riddler was all right. It's not the best Riddler. Like the Riddler from the new Batman movie is probably a better Riddler, or definitely a more scary Riddler. But for some weird reason, I still prefer the Jim Carrey Riddler, which is weird. But I like the Riddler from the '60s show, probably the best. That's my favorite Riddler. He's dope. I can't remember what that guy's name was. It'll come to me. All right. So last, but definitely not least, we've already seen him once tonight. I'll slide this back in there. There we go. Perfect. We already got him once tonight. We're getting him a second time, but this time, there we go. He is yellow. Like they did do the symbol, the bat. It's the '89 Batman, not the Batman, but just Batman. It's so funny they've run out of names for these Batman movies. They've had to resort to just like the Batman, and Robin, Batman for, Batman versus Superman. Can't just keep going Batman 1, 2, Batman 6 now. I like the '89 Batman better than the Batman from the Flash movie because he doesn't have stupid shoulder pads. Which I think the Flash movie Batman kind of looks dumb with. His cowl has pointed ears, not rounded ears. But if you look at the two Batmans, the gold label Batman has like a gold symbol. Here, I'm going to lean way up. And then the '89 Batman from the six-pack, that's this one, has a real yellow symbol. More like the movie version, I assumed. Now, I wish they would have done the same with the belt, because the belt... the belt almost looks the same gold belt on both figures. I wish they would have done more of a yellow belt or yellowize the gold a little bit more predominantly in the one that came in the six-pack versus the gold label. The gold label is nice that they golded out the symbol and the belt. Do them in like a deeper gold. I was going to say gold to match the wheels, but that's the Flash Batmobile that's got the gold wheels. That's it. There you go. 7 Batmans, a Catman, and a free Sonar Joker version giveaway, all in the books. If you get a chance to get this 6-pack, I highly recommend picking it up. It is worth it. It is way worth it. It is probably more worth it than anything that I've purchased in the line by far. I mean, the just what this is. And this, I didn't even talk about this. The back of the box for the Batmans, where you can get a little shelf and then you got Batman standing with Gotham behind him. It's great for some toy photography. It's just great in general. As I said, display piece. Love it. I can't say a bad thing about it. It's a 10 out of 10. Yeah, I guess I get, okay, one thing I wish it had Adam West. Then it would be absolutely perfect. The Batmobile and Batman, the gold label 2-pack is really good. Definitely a better version, a better representation of the original Batmobile. The version from the Flash movie is fine. It would make more sense if the canopy was supposed to, whatever. I'm not even going to get into all that. This is the version you want to get. If you get a chance, get this version with this Batman and all these Batmans. I mean, look at these 7 gorgeous Batmans. It's 10. It's 10s across the board. Catman was like an 8. I'll be honest with you. He's fine. You take it or leave it. If you're like if you're completist, get him. If you're super into Catman, get him. If you're still super into Villains United, get him. But outside of that, oh, that's it. I can't pronounce that last name, but Frank G, whatever his name was, awesome as well. You are right, Ryan. In Batman 66. That is awesome. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody who commented, liked, shared the video, all that sort of stuff. Base My Banner YouTube channel. Make sure you like that, subscribe, tell your friends about us. The Tea Springs or Spring Tea Apparel. You got to plug the merch, right? You got to plug the merch. You know, do it. Till the next one. Deuces. Go get these Batman. It is, like I said, it's a Batman bonanza of pure goodness. Laters.